Alrighty, well, I am here after the NCAA Division III men's lacrosse round two, where Kenyon advanced on penalty kicks over Hamilton. I'm with head coach Travis Wall, Alem Duratovic, and Owen Boukalik. First question for you, coach. Initial thoughts after this huge win.
Uh, I'm just really happy right now. Yeah, Hamilton was a really good side. They were everything we thought they were going to be, and they scored exactly how we thought they were capable of scoring on us. And then the resolve of our guys to come back from two separate deficits. This has been an interesting season for us. It's been a good season, but I don't think I've ever coached a team with so many just like last gasp results. Between Johns Hopkins with 8 seconds left, Oberlin as time expired, tying up Franklin and Marshall on the road with like 3 or 4 minutes left. Today, I don't think you could have scripted a better storybook. Not ending, hopefully yet, but for Alem's return, especially like exactly a year after we fell in the exact same fashion last year. I'm just so happy for the way we competed in the second half. Just so many unbelievable performances from so many guys today.
Obviously, going down 1-0 at home, never what you want to see, especially in an elimination game. Given that the two first years got involved on the first goal, what do you think that says about them and the first year's effort as a whole today?
Yeah, I think I don't think we're going through today without the contributions from Lawrence Taylor and Haya Ishii. I mean, they were huge for us off the bench. Haya is probably maybe the biggest unsung hero on our team in terms of the minutes he puts in, the shifts that he puts in. Is I think all the guys would attest. He's just an unbelievable teammate. It's really fun to watch him succeed like that. And LT today, on any given day, LT's got the capability of being one of our best players. And I think he stepped up in a huge way. He started that counterattack by having composure to ping the ball wide to Haya, and then Haya did what he's been doing recently, and he got the separation he needed to play a good ball in, and LT finished the run. I mean, we only had one runner in the box against, I think, 4 Hamilton guys, but those two guys had the composure to deliver. And in games like this, you need to finish those opportunities, and that was something we didn't do yesterday, but something that we were prepared for today.
It was an awesome ball. Hamilton goes up 2-1 in the 39th minute, 40th minute. What's the halftime adjustment? Because the Owls came out of halftime pressing like crazy and really trying to get that goal, which ultimately paid off. But what was the halftime adjustment?
Yeah, in terms of halftime adjustments, there wasn't really much like tactically that we did different. We just put a way stronger emphasis on winning the second balls. I kind of thought we got dominated in field territory in the first half in winning the second balls, and when they would go along with it. I also think we needed to be better at knowing when we could bring the ball down versus having knockdown headers for them. They're a big team and they had some really good attackers, and when we conceded 60 yards off just a long ball, we're setting ourselves up for failure. So I think our guys were way better about their initial positioning on second balls in the second half. And then I also just think the psychology of chasing a game versus protecting a lead. 45 minutes is a long time to have to defend that lead in the second half, and when we're constantly pressing higher and shifting our formation to try to get the game back. And bringing this guy to my left back for the first time since I think October 12th or something like that. I think the psychology of protecting the lead for them was a long time to have to go through that, and we were just chasing, and I think just you could hear the crowd when Alem went in. I think that by itself, he could have just stood there and not even done anything. I think our team would have been motivated, but fortunately he decided to do something.
Next question is for Alem. What was it like making your return to the field for Kenyon? Was this always the plan? Did you know you were coming back in before the game, and how did it feel to be back amongst the home crowd?
Honestly, goosebumps. I honestly did not think I was going to feature in any type of action this week. I was very hopeful that I'd play this upcoming weekend, and we got the job done. And I'm honestly so glad I get to have an extra week with the guys, give an extra week for the seniors who've just been going through it all this season. It's honestly phenomenal. It's amazing. I love this team so much. We're a family. We back each other up on everything, and I think the cohesion of this team is just what brings success.
Walk us through your goal. How'd you get open? How'd you find yourself running that?
Yeah, so Gerardo delivered the ball with maybe under 2 minutes to go, and I just created separation from my defender. Everyone just went towards the keeper. They just challenged the ball, and luckily one of the defenders headed the ball in my direction, and I saw it, and I took my moment and drilled it to the bottom right.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about the resilience of the team? You mentioned a lot of injuries have plagued this team this season. A lot of last-second wins, as Coach Walls noted. Talk a little bit about the resilience of this team and the will to win.
Yeah, I mean, this team just doesn't give up. We have this pit bull mentality of just keep going, keep going. We don't stand down to anyone. We're not scared of anyone. If we lose, we lose. But what this team does and what the season has honestly opened up is just pure hard work, dedication, and just belief. I think belief is the most important thing, and without that belief, I don't think we could have moments like today, Hopkins, F&M, Oberlin. So honestly, it all also comes down to everyone just being bought in.
Next question for Owen. The Hamilton bench was pretty energetic all day. How do you feel like you need to match that energy, or is it more of kind of silencing them throughout the game?
I think a lot of it starts with us and our bench. We just, similar to them, we just feed off of each other. And when we see our brothers, hyping us up, it just gets us going too. And, I heard that they had a 1-on-1 bench, and I told the guys before the game that we had to match that energy and exceed it because it's our home turf and we got to defend it. So.
Moving into the penalty kicks, was this something that you expected before the game? Is this something that you were caught off guard by? Thoughts on being brought in a big-time moment?
Going through practice, I knew if we came to this scenario, I knew I had to be ready. And obviously, you don't go in hoping you go to pens. You hope you go to you win in 90. But for me, it's just staying locked in and waiting for the right moment. If my name is called, just step up and deliver.
And what was it like making those two big saves in front of the home crowd? It was very rowdy down in that midfield. Walk us through those moments.
Yeah, it was really it's surreal. It still doesn't really feel real right now. It felt really good, especially at home and in front of a lot of friends. And I'm just thankful that I was able to give another week for these seniors because I know they've been working so hard throughout the summer through this season. And I'm just happy I get another week with these guys because I love this team, and I can't wait to see what we can do next week.
Final question for Travis. What does Kenyon have to do to keep this extraordinary run going?
Need to try to get some health back to the group. That's at the top of the list, but at the same time, I think Alem showed today that I think if he plays for us over the last month, we're probably hopefully winning the same amount of games and maybe getting a little bit more breathing room. But we also just have a team full of guys ready to step up. Alem's a special player, and there aren't many people. I mean, that goal that he scored, we have guys on our team who can score with their left foot one time, but we don't have a ton of guys who read the play and have the instinct. I mean, that was a pure elite forwards intuition to read where the defender was going to knock that ball down to and get there. And that's what makes him special. And hopefully his hamstring holds up because I think we all like our ability to compete when he's able to help us. But, we'll take a couple much needed days off and then we'll get ready to go again. But this is just such a fun time of year to still be playing. We have rental lights. It gets dark super early, and there's a million things you can complain about. But the fact that we get to keep going is the best part of this. And these two guys are with me right now, and Owen knew he was going in. Our whole team has known that he was going in for shootouts for a while. he has proven time and time again at training that he is that guy. And I think where the group feels most happy for him is that he gets to have that moment today in front of the biggest crowd we've had here since I've been the coach. And he's he does so much work for moments like this. And I'm personally so happy for him to get to enjoy that. And then for Alem too. I just don't think you could script it any better. And I'm just really happy for our team. We got so many guys who stepped up in the second half after not great first half performances, and that's not an easy thing to do. One kid in particular that I thought was massive, made a massive game-saving tackle was Andrew Adams. He's been a rock for us this year, and I thought it was a slower first half for him. We put him back at a different position in the second half, and he was awesome. And he helped preserve that game in overtime. And it's just collective buy-in from everybody, and we're just all pumped to be continuing on for another week. It's a fun team to coach, and we don't know where we'll go next week and who will play, but I think we don't really care either. We're just pumped to keep going.